Hello everybody, Mojin here, and I've got a bit of a question for all of you. And that question is, why do you play an MMO? I'm assuming that you all want to play with your friends, but time and time again, I see people go on the forums, go in the game, wherever, Discords. I say Discords because there's more than one that usually has your favorite game or other games that you want to talk and converse on and pass on your ideas. But a lot of times you'll look at all these sites are in game and you'll see people wanting solo content, and I get that. There are times when you want to get on the game and just play for a couple minutes and gain a little bit of EXP, but more and more I see games like Pantheon, which is supposed to be catering more to the people that want more group content and less solo content, being people trying to push that game into more solo friendly. So again, I put to you, why do you play an MMO? If all you want is solo content, why not play a solo game like I don't know, Star Wars, the Old Republic, not the MMO, the actual single player games. Why don't you play more single player games if all you want is solo content? And I suppose there's a possibility that maybe one of your friends will show up and you'll do something spontaneously, but a lot of times people will just come on, do their thing, and log off. So again, I put to you, why do you want to play an MMO if all you're doing for 60 to 90% of your time just playing solo? If it's just to get to the end game content so that you can do raids, why would you deprive yourself of learning how to play as a group with friends and all that and make your own guild? Instead of joining someone else, become a cog in the wheel of someone else's guild. Guess I'm just trying to understand the concept of playing an MMO while your majority of your time is played solo. And like I said, I get that you log on and you have certain things you want to accomplish, like you're gonna go out and find resources and all that stuff to use towards endgame and stuff like that. There's that aspect of it's a little grinding for the raid content. That I understand, that I get. And then there's just the wanting to solo resources because you're a crafter and you're trying to provide a benefit to other people in the game. And that I get too. But at some point, I would assume that you want to team up with your friends and do something, be it raiding, be it dungeons and all that stuff. But I would think that leveling up and all that stuff you'd want to also do with friends, but time and time again I see people wanting more and more solo content, even in games that are supposed to be more group friendly, like Pantheon and other games like it. And again, I said I understand that sometimes you log on, you only have a limited amount of time. But if you only have that limited amount of time, like a half hour to an hour, why not just go play a single player game? Probably get farther and you'll be eventually able to beat that game and see the ending and all that fun stuff. Like I said, if you only have a limited amount of time, why not use it for a game where you can actually eventually beat it? Whereas in an MMO, you're just kind of just logging on to do whatever and then log off. To me, an MMO is something you play with friends, gather together, do something to accomplish. But yeah, I don't get this need to push more and more. Pretty much all MMOs to have solo content all the way up to max level. And then you're basically grinding for the raid. And so then your days become just grinding for the endgame content and all that fun stuff. Assuming that you call raiding fun. Lately, raiding to me hasn't been all that fun, and it's become more of a second job. At least the way that current raiders kind of push that game. But that's my opinion. And I get the irony that I am running around solo, but this is basically just a question to get an answer, see what other people get your feeling of why you'd want to play an MMO, and then majority of your time is soloing. And like I said, I get that you want to farm resources and all that stuff. Maybe you're a crafter and all and whatnot. And it's easier to find resources when you're alone or in a small group of maybe 2 or 3 at most. I would think 2 is probably kind of pushing it because you're trying to get somewhere, and if you got extra people along, they're going to be distracted by other things and all that. So, like I said, I understand wanting to get resources and all that stuff solo. But the other aspect where you're running on, or not running, but coming on to grind EXP all by yourself, and I too get that sometimes you want to be alone, but I log on to games like this, and time again, the majority of the people on are not grinding for resources, they're grinding EXP. So I don't get that aspect. I know I fall into that myself. I get that you want some alone time, but if the majority of your playtime is alone time, then I don't quite understand the concept of wanting to play an MMO again at that point. I suppose, is it you're hoping someone will log on and you'll be able to make a group, or what? Yeah, that's pretty much the question of the video, is why do you play an MMO if most of your time is solo? So again, I thank you all for joining me, and feel free to answer my question. I'd like you to keep it civil. It's not a troll. It's not a troll video. I'm not trying to troll you, so please don't troll me. So, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you next video.